Morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the PETx podcast. My name is Wayne, and we have our co-host Lita here. Talisa is out today. Morning, Lita.
Hey.
And to fill in for Miss Talisa, we have Alan. Good morning, Alan.
Grand Rising.
Yeah, my wealthy awakenings, yes, sir. Well, if you don't mind introducing yourself for everybody that will be listening and watching.
Me, I'm Alan Kashif, child of God first. That's first. You hear my name?
Yes,
That's first. Without him, I'm nothing. Without him, I am nothing. I have no abilities at all. I'm
yes, sir.
nothing. So let's praise him now before we even go further, take our first step into this conversation. Anything I touch, I start off with him. Anything I end with him. He is all things and
Absolutely.
everything. And he's everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Hmm.
My name is Alan Kashif. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I'm a dog groomer. I groomed my first dog September 21st, 2021. I know that's a very short time for the accomplishments I've accomplished, but I've showed myself to approve. I have the number
Yeah.
one giant schnauzer female and the number one giant schnauzer male in South Carolina. That came to a year later. That didn't have anything to do with me being a groomer. Long story short, I got into the dog industry. I got my dog in 2019. His name is Chief with a K. I was in a dark place and needed help, needed assistance. That was my only way out. I got a dog. I wanted a German Shepherd, but I wasn't a groomer then. Because my favorite movie is I Am Legend. I Am Legend with Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's a real movie.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a great
I
movie.
wanted that dog and I couldn't get it because it was a shedder. So I got the next best thing, a dog that don't shed like German Shepherd, a giant schnauzer.
Right.
It took me a
Facts.
year to get him. No one wanted me. It took me a year to get him. But he made my identity. He really built me and really helped me. And that showed me that these dogs are so important. This is my lifeline. He teaches me so much. A dog love you unconditionally. No matter how much you do to them, they love you unconditionally, more than you love yourself. And
Mhm.
I'm familiar with that because DOG is GOD.
Yep.
Mhm.
They love you no matter what. Let's get back to the subject. I started grooming and I started learning and I started grooming and I started learning and started more grooming and started learning
Yeah.
in my garage. And I got better and better. And I'm trying to figure out, God, how are you doing this? God, how are you making me groom like this with this schnauzer pattern? They know they can't touch my schnauzer pattern. I am schnauzer gang.
Yeah.
So it just started growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And we went into a show one day. I saw a AKC show in 2022 in Lansing, South Carolina. I went to the show. No one spoke to me. It was only three African Americans there. I was one of them. No one spoke to me besides Katie Fessler. And
Yep.
I walked up to her because I could see concern. And I said, hey, you need help? She said, yeah, can you take my dog to use the bathroom? It was a Bellington Terrier. So I went back. Long story short, I took her dog. She was like, I'm about to go into the ring. I need to groom this dog. Do you know how to groom? I looked at myself and said, yeah, I do know how to groom. Not knowing I knew how to groom, I'm like, yeah, I am a groomer. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I helped groom the legs on the dog. Fast forward, she won first place like an hour later. And I
Nice.
was like, God, the dog I touched won first place.
Yeah.
And I got excited. So the fact that no one spoke to me, I walked out the show and I was upset. My anger got the best of me. And I called my breeder and I said, Miss Nancy, I need a show dog because I got to show these people that they don't just do anything to me. They don't come in my city and don't speak to me. I'm a
Hmm.
high up. You must speak to me when you come through here. So what I did was I called her. Chief was about to get fixed, neutered, spayed, whatever you call it. 2 months before this. Now, don't get me wrong. Chief was a pet dog. He was not a show dog. So a show dog and a pet dog got two different qualities.
Yeah.
You know? But so I called her and I said, I need a show dog. She said, the show dog will cost this much. I said, okay. But she said, what about Chief? He's intact. I said, yeah, I'm about to get him fixed. She said, send me a picture of Chief stacking, profiling, and I'll grant you permission. I didn't even know what stacking was. I said, ma'am, yes, ma'am. I'm going to send you a picture right away. I believed in myself. I thought about it and I believed in myself. Long story short, we went to a class Monday and I walked in, the lady said, y'all naturals. I said, no, I don't trust that. Let us come back. We came back Monday. She said, the other lady said, y'all are naturals. I said, okay, let's try. I'm thinking 2-3 years, we're going to get on stage. She said, you got a show in 3 weeks. I said, a show in 3 weeks? I said, okay, this game time, baby. Let's go. Fire it up.
Right.
I went to the show and that's when I went to the show, but I relied on my allies. I met Jay Scrubs and Sue Jekyll at the show, the Hershey show back in September of 2021. It was a Hershey show. We're gonna go back to that story on another episode though, because that's very deep. I called on my allies and I said, listen, I got a show dog, and someone told me that I can't show him without having the correct jacket. So I called Jay Scrubs and Sue. I said, listen, can you demo Chief at the Pet Atlanta? They said, yeah, we can demo Chief at the Pet Atlanta. So they demoed Chief, and they had like 5 of the greatest groomers in the world scripting Chief's jacket from a clip jacket to a script jacket. Fast forward, we drove from Atlanta. That's why I met Reggie and all of them. I met Reggie and everybody in Atlanta.
I remember,
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was new.
3 years ago.
Atlanta is March. September just was a couple of months before that. I'm like, yeah, I'm a groomer. Yeah. I mean
So
business.
this is all, it's just happened really quickly.
Yeah. So
all of this happened in a short amount of time.
So I'm like, this is God speed right here.
Yes,
So
definitely.
we drove from Atlanta, couldn't sleep, straight to North Carolina to get on stage. My first show. I got in the ring. You can see the confidence in me. I saw the competition and was like, that dog got natural ears. That dog can't beat me, not knowing anything. I got in the ring. I came in second place. I was like, dang. But the lady that beat me was, her name was Joanne Fry. She pulled me over after she beat me and was like, Alan, I'm a professional handler. The reason I beat you because your dog was pacing. I said, what is pacing? They didn't teach me in the hour class. She taught me what pacing was. I never paced again. I went, long story short, I did shows after shows after shows. I went back to that Latson show. I'm going to finish up shortly. I went back to that Latson show that the people didn't say nothing to me. I went to that show, and on the last day, it rained. It rained. Now, let me tell you, when it rains, and it's storming, it's God. If a rain and storm comes, it's God getting ready to prepare you for a victory. Don't look at your problems as a problem. Look at it as a victory. If you're going through something, it's because you're a chosen one, and this is the victory you're about to get. So it rained on the way to the show. So I got a wet dog about to go into the ring. Long story short, I walked into the ring with a wet dog, y'all. I won Best in Show Owner's Handler, and I'm going to show you right now the ribbon. I won Best in Show Owner's Handler as an amateur.
With a wet dog.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Look,
I love that, though.
Stop. As an amateur, I won Best in Show Owner's Handler. Look at this.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah.
January 29th, 23. Best in Show Owner's Handler. That means I beat every owner's handler in the building.
Yeah.
And it was 5,000 dogs, maybe 1,000 dogs, I don't know. But I was the #1 dog.
And then mind you, people, this is like a few years ago. Like this only 2025, right?
I've been to Westminster 3 times, the biggest dog show in the world.
Yes. Make sure you say that
God.
again, because they
I've
need
been
to
to
make
Westminster
sure.
3 times in a row. This is God.
Absolutely.
The proof is in the pudding.
And then how many people that look like us was at Westminster when you went?
I think I count 7.
That's huge. I love that.
Look at your cat.
Yeah, right.
No, and that's amazing in itself, man. So
Yes.
congratulations on all of the success and everything thus far, because like it shows, you know, your resilience and your testament to wanting to learn
Yes.
and really wanting to give your best and be your best in the craft, right? And no matter
Hmm.
what it looks like, you know, we still showing up and showing out.
You
It don't
are.
matter what it looks like. We walk by faith, not by sight.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I love that. We
It's a
had met.
feeling.
It
I get
is.
this feeling.
Yeah, right. Facts. Alan, you were hilarious, though. But yeah, like you know, we met Alan a few years ago. Well, I don't know. Was that your first
Yeah.
time meeting him too, Wayne,
Yeah,
in
groomed
person
when we were at
at
groomed, I
Groomed?
believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a networking event for Petlanta after the Groomed, which is formerly Atlanta Pet Fair.
There, yeah.
Actually, it was actually our first one, right, that we put on after Groomed,
Yeah.
and Alan had came and supported us, and we had met him in person, and we all networked with him and linked with him. And we, you know, all of us has just been, you know, just cheering him on ever since, and he's been cheering us on. So, that kind of brings us to our topic today because it's so important to network. Like if Alan didn't come that day to Groomed, you know, we would have never been able to have the opportunity to connect with each other and to support him the way that we know he needs support in this industry, being
Sure.
one of the only African American, you know, dog handlers going to Westminster and all the other dog shows that he attends because we are the minority there, regardless of the fact, like when we go to these dog shows, we are the minorities. If you ever been to one, you know that, you know.
Mhm.
And the fact that he took time and was able to grow over the years and become the best of the best in short amount of time when there's these other dog handlers have been doing it for 20, 30 years, you know, says
Tell
a
him.
Right.
lot.
Amen. Better tell him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So we definitely want to make sure and highlight who he is as a person and who he is in the pet industry because, you know, he deserves it. He made sure he learned, he took his time, he put the work in, and you know what I mean? Now he's able to pass it on eventually, which is great, you know. So um yeah, we're just happy to have you, definitely.
No, 100%. And like just like Lita was saying, you know, just to get into it as well. So growing, you know, this fast, and I mean, it's amazing, first and foremost, right? But you know, just during the journey, you know, you had to learn a lot. You've had to meet a lot of people. People had to know who you are, and you've had to really like express like this is what I'm going to do. These are the things I'm going to accomplish, and you learn over time. Like it really is who you
It
know,
is.
because when people know you, they're willing to refer business to you. They're willing to, hey, I need you to meet so and so. I want you to meet so and so, and then that's how you grow your network. And you know, we just wanted to talk about, you know, just how important that is, just in the
Mhm.
sense because, you know, just starting out up until where you are now, because this was all in what, 5 years, you
Not
know,
even
or
that. My
not even
anniversary
five.
coming up. Oh,
Yeah,
my anniversary today. Hold
It's
up.
today?
September 28th? When is
No,
that?
28th was yesterday.
that was just it.
Oh, man.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you,
it,
Lord.
it's
Thank you,
okay. We
Lord.
can
We made
celebrate
it
it
4 years.
today.
We made it 4 years. Thank you, Lord.
So
We
four
made it four
Yes.
years.
years.
So exactly 4 years. I think this is a
I
great
love
way
Exactly
to
four
that.
celebrate,
years.
right?
I did it on
Exactly four
time.
years.
I did it on time. 4 years.
Yes.
Amen.
Four.
No, so I think that, you know, even with that, like what are some of the things that you've learned when it comes down to building your network and like the importance of building that network?
Yeah.
It's we're all one skin,
Yeah.
one body, one mind, one base, one sound, one God.
Yeah.
we, we're separated. We must come back together. It's like the Transformers. It's like
Right.
it's like what's the people call the Marvels? It's like
Mhm.
Earth, Wind, Fire, Captain Planet.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Everybody
Gotcha.
have their own
Airbenders.
people,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
airbenders. Yeah.
and we
Power
must bring
Rangers.
yeah,
Avatars.
we must
Yeah.
bring our people
Yeah.
together because
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you may have somebody in my city and I want to take care of them. Show them the
Yeah.
Right.
love I will show you. Show them around my
Exactly.
city. I may be coming to your city, and you need to see what's really your city is about. You know, it's
Hmm.
about growing and learning each other. We come from different places,
No,
and
Yeah.
for
to
sure.
be able to call on an ally that you done made friends with, that you know is solid. You know their word is bond. You know, they give you your word and it's bond. Growing is better. A person that don't want to grow is a person that dies.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta want to grow. It's a saying called the Red Queen effect. The Red Queen effect says that you have to keep on growing. You have to keep on evolving because your competition is evolving. You can be running in place and not getting anywhere. You need to study the Red Queen effect. It's very important. The Red Queen effect. This is the Red Queen effect. We are evolving. We're becoming. Did you know that an elephant was related to what's the thing in the Bible that God said don't eat? It looks like a gerbil. It's bigger than a gerbil. It's big as a dog. Is 11 to 20 pounds. A hax, H Well, let me tell you, a rodent. A
Wow.
rodent is related to an elephant and a manatee. A manatee. You
Okay.
know that's a groundhog in the ground, basically, in the
Mm-hmm.
rocks, with a Land Rover and an
Mhm.
animal in the water. Their genes are connected. You know why? Because God made everything from one thing. We all connected in some way,
Yeah.
somehow, some way. And we must
We are.
reconnect,
Yeah.
come together.
Yeah.
And I think, and even with just talking about that, like that's super important because, like, at the end of the day, we're all human. We're all
Mhm.
human, and we're all trying to do what's best for our businesses. We're trying, we're growing, we're learning as much as we can. We are putting ourselves in positions to be successful and everything. So, and I've been, really talking to other pet professionals about just getting out of that competition type of mindset. And I feel like the only time you should really be in competition with each other is like when you're in the ring. And
Right.
even then
Right.
it's a friendly competition, right? So
Mm-hmm.
really building that community aspect in the industry, I think is extremely important.
It
So we
is.
preach it all the time to where it's like we have to make sure that we are getting to know each other. We're supporting one another. Like if you need anything in business, it's never really about the paycheck. It's about like the impact that you can make in somebody else's life. So then
Right.
that
It's
way,
not about the
once you
paycheck.
continue to grow.
It's not about the
Exactly.
paycheck. Me and my
Exactly.
friends do this because we love this. We get paid on
Yeah.
default. We get paid
Yep.
on default. This
Yep.
world was never designed to be money first. We wake up every day, got to get this money. The way this world is about to go, money is going to be last, the thing we think about. The first thing will be God, money will be the last. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you
Mhm.
put God first, the money going to come.
Everything else falls in place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely. And
I
then
just
it's like,
sent you something, Lita. I just sent you the connection of the words because I couldn't pronounce it.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like that's very important. When we can when we really come together as one and we really learn from each other, I feel like it's important that, we help each other grow. And I think that's the biggest thing. And like what you were saying, Wayne, most people don't get that concept. Like,
Mhm.
especially when you live in a big city too, like a city like us, like in Atlanta. Like we could like there's no way that one person can groom every single dog in Atlanta. Like there's no
No,
Wow.
way. There's
there's no
no way.
way.
Like listen to how many dogs you just groomed on Saturday alone, Wayne. 30 something
And that's
dogs.
amazing.
You're
Give him a
right.
round of applause.
I
Yes.
Give
appreciate
Wayne a round of applause. 33
Yes.
dogs.
So
33 dogs on
we
a
did it in
Saturday
one day.
exactly.
Yeah.
with 6 hours of sleep. That is
Right. With barely
amazing.
any sleep. That's the part. Let's make sure we say that again. With barely any sleep.
And
He
we
was on
made it
coffee.
happen.
You
No,
had to be
I'm
on coffee the
appreciative.
whole time. But yeah, like, even that, like, I know that I can't, there's no way, like, I can, even if I just was servicing the dogs in my area, which is just Buckhead, which is a small part of Atlanta, I wouldn't even be able to do all the dogs in this area. You know what I mean? There's that many dogs. So it's like when we do the competition thing, I just don't understand it. And it's like, I want to really come together and really be able to help people grow in different ways where we really can build generational wealth, because
Yes.
the one thing about the pet industry is that all of us are service based industries, you know what I mean? So god forbid if anything happens to us, our business stops. unless
Yeah.
you have a team, so it's
You must
important for
have a
us
team.
to, yes, it's important for us to learn from each other, like, and be able to be like, okay, hey, I can help you out here, I can help you out there, or let's go
Mhm.
come together to expand, let's come together to make more locations, let's come together to hire more people, you know what I mean? Let's come together to create pet products, let's come together to create like buildings, you know what I mean? Like, I want to do some really big stuff when it comes to networking. So, you know, that's the whole reason, why we created Pet Atlanta. And that's the whole reason why we said we're not gonna just start it, we're not gonna just stop it in Atlanta. We want it to be
Yeah.
everywhere. So we really
Want to,
wanted to be worldwide. You know
no,
what I
for
mean?
real,
Like, there's
really to
pet
create.
professionals in London.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely. And just
yeah.
creating just like because it's one thing, like say that, we travel to Houston or we travel into Miami or we travel to
Right.
California, or we travel to Vegas. We should know people in those places already. Right?
Exactly.
Because now not only do I have somebody that has the ability to show me around and they know the place already, but like say that I wanted to groom a dog or I wanted a pet sit or make
Hmm.
some extra money. Now we already know
Yeah.
people out there,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Easily.
it's really like just the value of being able to say, like, I know people or people know me all around the country is extremely
Mhm.
important.
I got something to say about that. What
Yeah.
if
Hmm.
this hurricane comes and we got to leave South Carolina? Where
Right.
can we board our dogs at? We need to know,
Yeah.
where can we board our dogs at? And
Right.
what safe places can we board our dogs at if something hits South Carolina?
That's a
Our
good
dogs
point.
have to
Absolutely.
stick together.
Yep.
We got to
Yep.
make networking. We got to
Yes.
make that networking.
Yep.
We got to
Like,
connect. We should have a network to say, hey, this is a safe haven for these dogs.
Yes.
Where's the
That's
safe
such a
mhm,
good
haven for
point. I
these
never thought about
dogs?
natural disasters. Yeah, that is such
Yeah.
a good point. No, it really is. And it's so crazy. I had a situation where one time I was traveling back from Miami. We were driving from Miami to Atlanta. And I went to the bathroom and I brought my phone in the bathroom and I left it in the bathroom, right? In this small area in Florida called I think it's called Fort Lucy or something like that.
mhm,
But anyway, I just happened to be like, because I called the guy at the gas station. He said, "Yeah, I got it," but I needed somebody to pick it up. Mind you, I didn't realize I didn't have my phone because it was like 4 o'clock in the morning until I was halfway to Atlanta, right?
uh,
And when I called the gas station's like, "I'll hold it for you. Just have somebody come get it." So I
yeah,
went on Facebook and I typed in that city. I think it was called Fort Lucy. That's the name of the city. And I
uh,
typed in the city, and guess what? I knew pet professionals in that city. And I literally hit one of the pet professionals up because I knew them from when I used to sell Novetica, right? And I hit
yeah.
her up and I was like, "Hey, how far do you live away from this gas station?" And she was like, "Oh, I live like 15 minutes from it." I'm like, "Oh my God, can you please go get my phone?" And she
Yeah.
went and she got my phone and she mailed it to me. So even little
Oh,
things
see,
like that, you just never know. You know what I mean? You
no,
never know
for
what you
sure.
might need somebody for.
And it's important, like, especially so we get people all the time too that's like, oh, my clients moved from a different city and they're moving to Atlanta, or, I have clients that are
Yeah.
moving from
Vacation.
here, they're moving to a different whatever. And they're like, because we know each other, I'm sending them to you, or I sent them your Instagram, or I sent them your booking link. And I'm like,
Yep.
that's a way for us to continue to build up our businesses. And so many
Hmm.
people too also are like, well, if you're a groomer, you only network with groomers. If you're a pet sitter, you only network
Yeah.
with pet sitters.
No.
Like, no, you have to network with vets, pet sitters, dog
Everybody.
walkers, trainers,
Right.
other groomers, vet techs,
Yep.
everybody that does something in the pet industry, even outside of the pet industry. Like, it's
Right.
important to network with people
Travel
because,
agents and
yeah,
bankers and you know what I mean? Like
real
all kind of
estate
stuff.
agents,
Lawyers,
Yes.
doctors,
lawyers,
Doctors,
yes,
everybody
everybody.
that's somebody.
Yep.
okay, because
Facts.
if they don't have a pet, they know somebody that does.
Yeah.
Right. So now somebody's going to ask you, hey, how do I, or where do I go for XYZ? And now they have an answer as opposed to, I don't know, you know? So it's like
Mhm.
you have to be open to networking with any professional because you have to grow your
Yep.
business. You have to grow who you are.
Yep.
I
That's
agree.
true. That is so true. It's all of that is like so important. It's so
Mhm.
important. And you can't be afraid to, you know what I mean? Even if it's something as simple as sending a Facebook message, sending an Instagram DM, like people don't even know that really me and Wayne met off the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I even
Off of
moved to
Instagram.
Atlanta. Yeah, we met off Instagram. Like I wasn't even I lived in Virginia at the time, was moving to Atlanta. And I said, "Hey, when I move there, me and you are connecting." Because I just saw his Instagram and I liked what he was doing. So I was like, "Me and you are connecting. You know the city. Like I need help." And I ended up really like working for Wayne the first what 6 months of me living here because
Yeah.
it was still
Just
kind of
helping me out.
COVID. Yeah, just helping them out and answering the phones, like just so I can get to know the city, get to know how things operate. Because Atlanta
Mhm.
operated totally different than Virginia did, even how totally different than Hawaii did. So that really helped me get acclimated with the city to understand where everything was and understand what people expected, understand what people were willing to pay for. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's like, but if I would have never reached out to him and slid in his DMs, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
nobody would ever
Now,
knew, you
You
what,
know?
gotta
7 years
realize
later?
this. If you run
Yep.
against, if you run upon somebody, it's not coincidence, it's God.
It's not,
Yeah.
right. I
It's
don't believe in
God.
coincidences.
You're gonna learn something
Yep.
or you're gonna learn something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your connection. If you run across me, we were meant to catch eyes. We were meant to
Definitely.
do this. We were meant to learn. We was meant to connect. Even if it
Yep.
was good or bad, we were meant to do it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
That's true.
you gotta take advantage of when God put people in your face. You gotta take advantage of it because it's just an automatically thing. It's common sense.
Yep.
No,
It's common
absolutely.
sense.
I definitely
I agree 100% because there's a reason
100%.
why, you have the conversation that you have. There's a reason why, people are in your life because it's like, hey, if you put into the atmosphere, if you pray about it, if you talk to God and say,
Mhm.
hey, I'm looking for the missing piece.
Yep.
I'm looking for something that's going to help boost this. So I need help. I need your guidance and I need your direction. And you come across somebody and you're just like, what are
Yes,
you here
tell them.
for? That's the answer. That's the
Yes,
answer.
it
You just
is.
have to have the right conversation with that person to
Mm-hmm.
realize like, hey, oh wow, you were sent here for a reason. So that's why I tell
Yes.
them, I'm like, look, you have to go and talk to people about your business. You have to not be afraid to share your dreams and you have to be not afraid to share your vision and stuff like that with the right people because somebody can help you go to that level. Somebody
Yeah.
can use their connections to help you go to that level. And I've gotten slack even about like just for example, the 24-hour groomathon. Like literally somebody reached out and was just like, you aren't the first person to do it. We're actually the first people to do it. And I was like, well,
What?
first of all, we're the first people to do it in Atlanta. Okay. But,
Period.
and then they were like, well, you're getting all of these sponsorships and all of these connections. And it's always the bigger
Tell them.
businesses that always try to outshine the smaller business. And I was just like, look, all I did was just reach out to these people. I
Right.
built connections.
Drake
I
said it
built
ain't about the first one
relationships.
who did it first. It's the first one who did it right.
That part. Come on.
We marketed, we put it out there, we told people about it, and
Tell
we
us to
reached out
support
to
that.
all of
Yep.
these companies. And I'm like, you had the same 24-hour opportunity that I did. So it's
That
like,
part.
I built up the relationships with these companies to want to help us. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like a matter of you could have did the same thing. All you have to do is just build relationships with people and they'll
Mm-hmm.
be more than willing to help you as long
Yeah.
as your visions align with each other and what you're doing is great for the community and what you're
Yep.
doing is great for, your clientele. You just have to continue to build up something that people would want to support,
Yeah.
but if they don't know what you have going on, why are you upset that they're not
Mhm.
there to support you?
And what's the biggest saying too? Closed mouths don't get fed.
They don't.
Yes.
You know what
They
I'm
Can't keep
don't.
saying?
your mouth
So
closed.
I sent out over 100 emails. I was like, look,
yeah.
somebody's gonna support us.
Yep, like closed mouths don't get fed. So it's just like you have to be able to come out there and say it. You have to be able to put your business out there. You can't be afraid of that. I know it's nerve-wracking at first if you're a new business owner or if you're just an introvert. Most of us that are animal lovers are introverts naturally. But
Mhm.
what we do what I can say is it's easier to reach out to another pet person or a pet related person than it is to reach out to a person that's not pet related. You know what I mean? So even though it might be scary at first, I say if anybody watching, like I say just try to reach out to another pet professional. Like I love getting together with my pet industry friends. You guys
Mhm.
understand me in a way that even my family doesn't understand me. You know what I mean? They're gonna take a look at me. I'm talking about dog hair, they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. They don't want nothing to do with dog hair. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like,
Mhm.
or cat hair, anything else including it. So it's like, we just get each other, we understand each other, we vent to each other. Sometimes I call Wayne and just be like, I know you're working, but just listen.
Just listen.
Because I'm mad and this client made me upset and I don't know what to do. Am I tripping? Like, should I change something? You need those friends in the pet industry just to listen to you, just to give you advice. Alan has called
Mhm.
me before and got advice. I just called him before. You know what I mean? So we all call each other to give each other encouragement. And sometimes you just need a network for people that
Yeah.
are genuinely care about your business, genuinely want to see you win, and genuinely want to see you grow.
Yeah.
So, don't
Because
ever
that's
think that you can't build your network because it's so important.
and that's the
For
point
real.
right there. You have to surround yourself with people who want to see you win too, not
Yes.
people who just, oh, you got it and I didn't, and now I'm jealous, and now I really don't want you to
Yeah.
win, but I'm gonna fake smile. Like, no, you got to surround yourself with people who will encourage you, who will challenge you, and keep you accountable, because that's the
Mhm.
only way we're all gonna be winning when it comes
Yep.
down to it. Not just one person, not just two people, but everybody that you surround yourself with. So that's important.
Yep.
What you think, Alan?
I think that's very important. Like I said, just growing is everything. Having someone to, I'm I feel some type of way about what I'm about to say, but yesterday was my 4th year anniversary. But it just wasn't a 4th year anniversary. I had a friend of mine came and we groomed together for the first time yesterday. So that is a double for your trouble accomplishment.
I love
And
that.
she groomed like hell. She
Mhm.
groomed like hell yesterday. And
Mm-hmm.
I could have let up. I could have let up and chill. I could have let up and see that.
Mhm.
To me, I come from a different place than y'all. I never been in a grooming salon. I basically groom from the streets, so say.
Yeah.
I grew from a
Mm-hmm.
garage. I taught myself everything I know, and I call my friends for help. But to have another person there that can teach me that was in your world, that knows
Mhm.
that world, to bring
Yeah.
two both worlds together was amazing. And I thought about
Mhm.
it all day. I haven't slept last night. I haven't slept yet since yesterday. Um, but I'm just thinking and thinking and thinking. Like even this morning, I learned something that I knew, but I didn't clock it. I knew it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't clock it. I
Mm-hmm.
knew it, but I didn't clock it. What did you teach me this morning? That dogs when they drool. Yeah, with one dog, I got a dog that I know everything about, and the dog drools because she got anxiety. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, this dog drools. She said, Alan, I would just do the face first. That's common sense, but I always do the face last. But if I
Yeah.
did the face first, my groom would have been so much quicker. And I learned that like that. Now I can pass that to anybody that didn't know like that, like Flash is like. When you learn something, pass it to the younger ones immediately. Don't hold on to
Absolutely.
it. When you
Yep.
learn something, pass it to your youngins immediately
Yeah.
because they're living your life that you already lived,
Yep.
but you're giving them a gift ahead of time.
Yeah.
And we out
Right.
of time. We
Yeah.
at zero. It's zero on the clock.
Yeah.
It's zero time on the clock. This
I
is
mean,
Chiefs Jersey.
that
It's
means we got
zero
to make it
time on the
happen.
clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. And
You
passing it
must
forward
teach
is a
what you
huge
know.
thing. Yeah,
The
passing
time
it
is
forward is
now
huge.
to show it. You got to show yourself approved. If you
Yep.
can't give your friend energy, give around them. If you're not receiving energy from a person, give around them.
It's true.
If
Mm-hmm.
you're the
True.
strongest in the room, get around them. You want to be in a room
Mm-hmm.
that you can learn, you can
Yeah,
grow.
Mhm.
Once you outgrow your room, you got to graduate. You got to leave them behind. You
Yep.
for
got to
sure.
leave them behind and graduate once you get full. Once your cup is full, you get a bucket. Once your bucket is full, you get a pool. Once your pool is full, you get the ocean,
Mm.
the
Yep.
You
biggest
gotta,
True.
body of water ever
you gotta
that
Yep.
always
don't
be around.
overflow.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yep. That's
Always
so
be
true.
around those that know more than you so that you can continue to grow. No,
Yes.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's a,
Yes.
that's the word right there. You know, everybody's striving so hard to be the most smartest person and the most everything when it comes down to it because they view it as a competition. Like my mentor had told me one time, he was like, you're not gonna always be the smartest person in the room, but what you can do is make sure that them folks don't outwork you. You know, you're gonna make
Yep.
sure you look, you could be smarter than me, but you're not gonna outwork me. I'm
Tell
always gonna
them.
come up with ways to innovate, always
Tell
gonna
them.
come up with ways to do things,
Tell
always
them.
gonna come up with ways to
Yep.
impact people and bring value. But you might be smarter than me, and I'm still humble enough to want to learn from you so that we
Yep.
can continue to grow.
I got a
Mm-hmm.
question
That's
on
it.
top of that. It's so many different things you just touched on that you don't even realize you touched on. And it just came to me. You may not be the smartest. You might not be the tallest. You might not be the strongest. You may not be the fastest. You got allies that's stronger than you, faster than you, smaller than you, crazier than you, fly higher than you, swim
Yep.
faster than you. If we
Mm-hmm.
bring all these abilities together as
We-
one, as one, as
It's
one,
gonna
we make
be,
one big thing.
Yep.
yeah,
We
and
got
that's
the
it.
smartness, we got
We
the
got the
we got
fastest, we got
everything.
the tallest, we got everything we need.
Yes.
Yes,
And if we
Yep.
bring it
yeah,
together, we don't lack because we got the number one. If y'all looking for the number one giant schnauzer, my dog is breeding in 3 days. 3 days, Tammy. You have 3 days to detangle yourself from all the stuff that you have gotten into.
Yeah.
I'm going to become a breeder in 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
yeah.
No,
Journey and Chief will be breeding. They're the number one giant schnauzers in South Carolina.
I
Imagine
love that.
starting
Yeah,
off with a pet. And I got proof. It's
yeah.
called
yeah,
the Holy City Giant Schnauzers, Fraser Brown Kennels.
I love
yeah.
This
that.
is all God.
Yes.
Absolutely. And it all started with believing in yourself
Mm-hmm.
and taking a chance to, just continue to network and build up what you already know,
And don't
Yep.
give up.
and not being
Don't get
afraid. Yeah,
tired. Don't
don't
give
giving up.
up.
Yep. That's true.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love it.
Strive to be
I love
number
it.
one. But you put
Well,
God
I know.
first, you'll be number one.
Mm-hmm.
Look, hey, I was just about to say, you got anything left to tell the folks that's watching them, but that's it
Put
right
God
there.
first.
Yeah.
Keep your
Yep.
eyes on God. When Peter was in that boat, he started sinking because he took his eyes off God and put his eyes on his problems.
That's
Don't put your
true.
Yeah.
eyes on your problems. Keep your eyes on God. You
Yep.
walk on
Amen.
water. He walk on water. You can walk on water too. Keep your
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
eyes on him and do what
Yep.
he
Yeah.
do.
Yep.
Follow his footsteps because
For sure.
obviously he's walking on water for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Amen
my
on that. Like, look, it took us to church. No,
yes.
for real. I mean, and that's what it is. You have being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, being in any type of leadership role, is a faith-based role,
It is.
you know, because you have to have faith that it's going to work. You have to have vision that it's going to work. You have to have faith in yourself that you can perform all of the acts that you were called to perform and
Yep.
continue to grow and lead people. Leading people is it's faith in itself because I have to have faith in these people that they're going to get the things done that I teach them that need
Yes.
to get done or assign the
Exactly.
tasks that need to get done. So you have to have an immense amount of faith and put your belief in not only God but yourself, as you continue to grow. Because look, yeah, at the end of the day, you have to be your own cheerleader. And if you don't cheer yourself on and
Yes.
believe in yourself, nothing else comes from that.
Nobody will. Yeah.
You
Anybody
gotta
else,
fight for yourself first.
yeah,
Yep. That's
Don't
true.
worry about
so,
people fighting for you if you're not fighting for yourself. Don't worry about people investing in you if you're not investing in
No,
yourself.
that's true. You
All
have
this
to invest
crying
in
and
yourself.
crying and crying. Oh, I did it. Did you do it for yourself first?
Yeah.
I saw Apostle say, the man said, "Can you pray for me? I cried, I cried, I cried. Did you pray for yourself yet?
Yes. No, that's true.
Have
That
you
is
prayed for
true.
yourself yet?
That's
yeah,
So
true.
stop crying.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do ask you to say they're gonna pray for you, this is what you do. You tell them to pray for you now. That's what I
in that
learned
moment,
yesterday in church. Say, pray for
yeah,
me now, don't pray for me later. Because people that say they're gonna pray for me and they don't pray for me. So next
Right.
time I make a post and say pray for me, put the prayer on the post so I
Right.
can
Do it right
see it
now. Yeah,
right
do it
No,
now.
right now.
seriously. That's
Don't
Well,
wait to
that's
Alan,
pray.
so true.
no, that's I
Shout out to Apostle Radish because I learned that from him yesterday.
no for sure. I've learned, of course everything is a learning opportunity, and just talking about how passionate you are and how, resilient you are, like that's already an inspiration for for myself and then those that are watching, that can watch and will listen in as well. So I definitely, this is not the last conversation for sure. Like
Yes, we're definitely gonna come back
we have
on.
to have, way more conversations. So we'll definitely tap in more for sure. But in the meantime, where can everybody find you? Where can everybody support your journey as well on social media?
Everywhere and nowhere all at once.
What? You have to say your Instagram, like Alex.
What's your Instagram? All
Okay,
right, TikTok.
my TikTok is I am Alan Kashif.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what it's going to be tomorrow because I keep changing it when God tells me to change it.
Well, what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is I am Alan Kashif or I'm Alan Infrared. No, I'm Infrared or I'm Alan Kashif. Kashif
Okay.
is
Gotcha.
Kashif. Kashif stands for the first one out with power. The
I
seer,
bet.
foreseer, the discoverer, the revealer.
For sure.
That's
Absolutely. And
it.
you got to let us know when's the next time you have another battle too.
No, I got a battle every day. I have a battle. Every day
Okay.
is a storm for me. Every moment, every second is a storm for me. When I have my next show, the big
Yeah.
show, October 4th. Chief will
Okay.
be live in the ring October 4th in
Are
North
you?
Augusta,
Oh,
South
okay, in
Carolina.
Georgia. Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, bet. Okay. We'll make it
Yeah.
happen.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a show nobody wanna miss.
Well,
Okay.
every show is, well, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, we truly appreciate your time for sure. Again, we'll have plenty more conversations, and everything like that because it's always something to learn. It's always something to just really want to immerse yourself in when it comes down to the industry and when it comes down to personal and professional development. Like you have to surround yourself with those who are on the same wavelength. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere. And the point
You
of this
gotta
all is
surround
to
yourself with people on
continue
your
to keep
level.
moving. Yeah.
Definitely.
People on your level. And you're trying to elevate to the next level. So keep somebody around you that's on the next level. So when
Hmm.
you finish with the people in your level, you can start being with their people.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
that that's key. That is
Hmm.
definitely key there. Well, if you're looking for more conversations like this, definitely check out the PETx Network on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, continue to comment and let us know what you think about each of the episodes. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, as well as iHeartRadio, and of course, YouTube. And definitely like and just subscribe to our pages, the PetX Network and Petlanta.inc as well to keep updated with what we have
And leave
going
us
on.
a review, please.
Please.
Mhm. Yep.
What's up? Yeah,
I
it's
got
something.
one thing to say.
Uh-huh.
I got one thing to say. The first thing is keep God first and keep your eyes on God. The
Mm,
second thing I gotta say is, and the last thing, be the chief of your journey.
yeah,
That's it.
Okay.
that's it. Beat it. Hey, I thought she was gonna
Right.
I mean,
Just waiting
I
for
it made
can
it
go.
that.
I
sound
don't want
like
to
there was
make this
more
a.
left. It
I don't
sounded
want
like
to
there
make
was
this
more
a
left. That's
church.
why
I don't want to
we
make it
sit and
church.
listen.
I can say
Yeah.
that we out of time, that the Lord is here, and we out of
Yeah.
time. I can get to talk about that, but I don't want to have to talk about all of that on this platform because I don't know what
Right.
I'm allowed to do. But I can talk about some things. I can
I
talk about some things. So I'm gonna just let this be about what it is, unless you say something that I feel. And if you say
I
something I
got you.
feel, I'm gonna reveal something to you.
Yes, sir. Well, definitely. We'll again, plenty of conversations because we want to do more live things. And I know when you do come in town, we could definitely sit down and put some things together too. But we definitely want to make sure that the information that's in everybody's head, like, and the connections is spread amongst all of our networks for sure.
Yes.
All
And we'll be
right.
going live too more on TikTok with the actual podcast too, so people can engage and ask questions and stuff like that. But
Sure.
we appreciate all of you guys being here. Like Wayne said, if you're looking for a community to connect and grow with in the pet industry, make sure you guys tap in with Pet Atlanta and PetX.
Mhm.
And we are out, people. Thank you
We'll
for
see you
being
next time.
here. All right,
Till next
bye.
time. All right.